it's a facade more than anything. Leadership is a facade. The one thing everybody we think is a great leader, you know what they have? They actually have? They have excellent followers. They have followers that behave themselves and make them look good. They have followers that prop them up and don't give them a hard time so they can lead effectively. There's a lot to be said about the person following the leader. All right. They don't give them hell. They don't stab their own leader in the back, making them have to turn around and deal with what's going on so they can lead.
Do leaders shut down when times get hard?
B. Taylor, before I answer, I want to let you know one thing. You just proved my point. You couldn't wait. This was you in the back, like, let me say something. I was watching you the whole time. You couldn't hold it in. Like go back and look at it. You was turning into The Grudge live on camera.
The Grudge? Okay.
I got a question. That is what we're talking about.
Because it was BS.
Personified.
It was BS. And I'm asking you the question, do leaders shut down when times get hard?
Do leaders shut down when times get hard?
You just
Absolutely.
said that
what do y'all think the definition of a leader is? Do y'all think a leader is someone who doesn't experience?
I love when men try to ask women this. What men, y'all should be trying to tell us what being a leader is. Where did you learn to be a leader? Because y'all always asking women, what does it take to be a leader? I don't know. I'm a woman. What, you're a man. Why are you asking a woman what does it take to be a leader? And why don't you explain what a leader is?
Well, Trigger Mike has
I think if you have been in a leadership position as a woman, you know that you need time to meditate and think about a new strategy. So that's the equal to shutting down. You don't, but you still like kind of need to put your mind away from the problem, because you cannot make a solution when you are thinking about the problem and not the solution. You have to concentrate on the solution, or at least a strategy to bring the solution up. You cannot be like poison it with the and I think it's about listening, you know, like not just replying because of your feelings, coming from your feelings. It's just about listening. Listening. Hold on. By listening, you're not agreeing or disagreeing, and that's the problem that a lot of people have. That me saying okay to you is not agreeing with you, is not disrespecting you, is not anything. It's just saying, okay, I'm going to process whatever the F you said right now because I need time to process it.
But that's the way I look at it. He said this is why men check out of marriages. This is
but that's the way that you receive it.
I get what you're saying.
Kayada, you're not listening.
Sada, I agree what you're saying, but that's not what he said. He said check out, like completely out the relationship. Not, oh, I need a time. Not, hey, you know what? I'm not about to do this with you right now, so we're going to talk another time. And he set that boundary to be like, oh, we're not doing this right now. I'm going to talk to you later. I can understand that. He said check out their marriages, as in like completely check out and shut down.
Hold on. I want to go back to Trigger Mike, because how I understood is that over time. I don't think he meant like it happens like right away. I think that if women don't pay attention and they don't ever listen over time, this is what men will do. It may not be their attention, but because they can never get a word in, they can't speak. This could be the result of it. And you can correct me if I'm wrong, Trigger Mike.
That's the way.
No, that's absolutely what I meant. And what really men end up doing, they end up going into some kind of survival mode. So we can say, because the stats tell us so, men don't leave, especially when children are involved. So we're going to stay, we're going to put on a brave face, because let's be real. If we were single and we didn't have children, oh yeah, I'd probably feel more comfortable getting up out of there. And even those men don't leave. So we're going to do what's functionally possible. But let me answer your question about leadership. So the funny thing about leadership is that it's a facade more than anything. Leadership is a facade. The one thing everybody we think is a great leader, you know what they have? They actually have? They have excellent followers. They have followers that behave themselves and make them look good. They have followers that prop them up and don't give them a hard time so they can lead effectively. There's a lot to be said about the person following the leader. All right. They don't give them hell. They don't stab their own leader in the back, making them have to turn around and deal with what's going on so they can lead. But so yes, the critical mistake that some men make is not choosing a better follower. So you could be right in that.
I have to disagree with you on that, Mike, because hold on. The followers doesn't make you a leader. The followers that you have doesn't make you the leader. You're not the good leader because the followers that you have are good. You're going to prove that you're a good leader because you have some people that you have to make them follow you in a way, and you have to coach them, develop them, or something different. So you're going to have people that behave and people that don't behave, and you're going to prove your qualities, your skills, by that you are a good leader by changing their behavior.
Sire, here's where I'm gonna prove you wrong. Has anybody ever had an entry level job at right after college, something like that, and you did all the work and your boss took all the credit? That's exactly what I'm talking about. You made the boss look good. All they did was present the report, but you formulated it. That's what I'm talking about. You have a good.
What I was taught about what a leader is a leader doesn't push or pull. A leader has a purpose, a cause, and he just walks in that direction and people follow. So a leader is someone that has followers, but he doesn't force them to follow them. They just believe in his cause and they just join in. And I don't know if anyone's ever seen the movie Braveheart with William Wallace, and he was like, this is what I stand for, this is what I believe, and people just jumped in and followed him. He didn't have to say, come on, follow me, guys, push them or pull them. He said this is what he believed, and he went for it, and people just jumped in and followed right behind him.
I get you, Kelly.
Y'all know Jesus died because he had bad followers. I'm just saying.
I have one question for you, Trigger.
I disagree with that. He died off
topic.
He could be risen again. That was the purpose of his birth. So
my question was probably 3 minutes ago. Yeah. A lot of times what I witness on these panels is I witness a lot of people talking at people, but I never hear a lot of people give real life examples of what they're doing in their marriages, their relationships, and how that's worked for them. I cannot stand that on these panels. Yeah, I'm serious. Like a lot of these panels, I'm like, I can't. And you're right, Kelly, good followers. Because I think that's Kelly that said that. Did you say a lot of leaders, or was it Trigger Mike that said good followers?
I said good followers.
Because they require no outcomes. They require no proof on your social media. You can literally put a man or woman on these panels and tell you anything. They have no track, no history of love in the making, singleship, courtship, nothing. And you're going to believe everything they say. I have a huge problem with that on these panels. So when you were talking about Trigger Mike, this is not personal. But since you opened up the door, my question to you is when you were saying that's why men checked out, are you referring to yourself and having checked out of your own marriage, or are you just talking?
No, you see that women are reporting. I'm talking about the general talking points that women give, not even anything having to do with me. Women are saying men don't talk to us. We're actually seeing, self-deletions on men saying that they're shutting down. They're not going to therapy. That's what I'm alluding to.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
And I want to add something because I think that what I'm about to say will bridge the gap between what a lot of you are saying. We are not comfortable, both men and women, in our most vulnerable state. So I think that pointing back and forth is actually deflection to not really look ourselves in the mirror and hold ourselves accountable to our actions, to our choices, and to our partner's feelings and our partner's needs. Being married myself, that is one of the hardest things, to really allow someone to be their weakest and you still love them. And so this is why when Trigger Mike was leading to why men check out is because they're at their most weakest moment when they're expressing themselves to us. And if they're constantly being beat against every time, or, this thrown back, then eventually, yes, they will check out. So what I'm finding is that the pointing fingers is a deflection of our lack of comfort in our most vulnerable state, because we were never taught that it's okay to feel less than, it's okay to feel not loved and express it. So I think what we need to start doing is just being comfortable speaking our truth. No one speaks the truth anymore. If we was to say, oh, boo, and don't let it fly, because a lot of marriages fall because we let it fly 5 days later. Why are you bringing it up? It's already the past now. You bringing the past into the present. We need to start communicating it in a very subtle way. Hey, boo, do you know, random. It can be random. Y'all sitting there, talking. Hey, boo, do you know that what you said last week, really triggered me? And then because the setting was so relaxed, it may not end up, something is echoing. Is it me? And it made me lose.
I think it might have been her.
Wait, I wanted to add to that because men always say, why do you have to ruin a good moment when you bring up something when y'all are having a good moment and you don't want to ruin it too? So like, when is there a good time? Because if y'all are sitting there having a good time watching a movie or whatever, it's like, now I'm going to bring up problems. It's like, can we just enjoy this moment? Like, when is there a good time?
Pillow talk.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that's the best time.
You know what? That
we sit down, we comfortable.
They be all ears.
Like, baby, I don't need to talk to you.
Before or after?
You know, that's the
after
that's
in the
traditional
shower
way to do it. That's the traditional
and
way
I'm
to
saying
do
this
it.
as
Like,
a married woman. I'm not causing nobody to sin. As a married in the shower, you know, he's feeling good, you feeling good, y'all about to go out to eat.
My father used to always say the best time to argue is naked.
So
listen, your father gave you a lot of game. Damn, that's a lot of game.